Hope everybody had a happy new year and a good Christmas. Glad to be back with you guys and back rolling in the estate sales. Uh, First estate sale of the year is starting this coming week, which will be the 22nd, 23rd, 24th January. We start on Thursday. We go Friday and Saturday. We will start in the afternoon. We will be in Northfield Circle, but we have a house packed full. We have some, to be correct, we have some pew pew, and we have a BMW for sale. We have a couple sheds with tools, fishing stuff. We have a Craftsman riding lawnmower. So I won't take up too much time in front of the camera. Check out this. I picked up these over the holidays. I can't even read the backs of coins anymore or read jewelry to see purity marks or anything like that. So I've had to get these little one and a half, whatever, magnification readers, right? Yay me. But anyway, I will turn the camera around, and I will show you guys how we're coming in and how we're going out and where everything is. And we hope to see you this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Northfield off of Denton Road in Dothan, Alabama. All right, guys, so a little different at this one. Usually we enter the front door, but the way everything is laid out, we will be entering to the right side of the house, which would be the enclosed garage that you're seeing in front of us. And we will be going that way, and we will be exiting out of the back, and you will have to go around the back and come out through the gate, and that's how we're going to run this one. We're not going to utilize the front door except for moving furniture. It's just a little congested in that area. There are a few step downs like you see right here. I don't want anyone to come in a rush into the home when we start and step off the drop down right here and tumble down these 5 or 6 steps. So we're starting in here. There are a few things that are not for sale. Very few. I will point those out. Like in this room, the fireplace and TV are not for sale, but they're too big to store anywhere, so I left it there. And they will be marked. Other than that, everything else in here is available. So let me go around. We have some real nice furnishings throughout, some great vintage items. Lots of albums. See, there's all the 45s I found. There's a tote there of records, a tote here of records, a tote here of records. So give you an idea, and there's some good labels in there. It's not just a bunch of junk. Yeah, you see the Michael Jackson I dug out of there? Some good stuff in there. Good stuff in there. If you're looking for good albums for resale or for your collection, you will like these. We do have these things right here, the hole puncher loads, and 9, 380, 556, 12 gauge, 410. Not much 410, but there's plenty of 12. All right, I'm just going to keep going around. What do we have down here? We have a whole theater sound system, brand new in the box, never opened. Dynamics. Haven't heard of that one. Over here, we have our vintage stereo equipment. We have some Sansui. I want to say these are Pioneer speakers. I can't remember. Let's see. We have we've got the Sansui G701 deck, and all this works. We've been testing it, or we have tested it. What do we have here? We have Kenwood KL777S speakers, and that's what we tested the Sansui deck with, and everything works. We've got our 8-track. What do we have down here? Our cassette tape. We have a reverberation amplifier, and we have our turntable. Turntable is damaged, sold as parts or repair. Some more items right here. Equalizers, things like that. Got up here. Our client was enlisted in the military, so you will find some military items here. All right, let's keep going around. Not much in here. We cleaned out this room. There was an overflow of men's clothing, so that's what will be in that room. Overflow of men's clothing. All right, let's keep going around. And this is just an outside porch. Here, let me zoom back a little bit so we can get a little further back. All right. Not too much out here. This was just overflow. There's some trains. We had a lot in the sheds in the house, so we had to use some of these out areas for extra. All right, see, here's what I'm talking about. See, we have this sofa lined up right here so that no one can step off right there. But this is the danger area where I don't want anybody to have an accident. And there is the front door. See how it's kind of tight coming in through, and with the steps right here, I just feel someone get injured right there. All right, let's keep going. All right, and piano, of course. And the way we have the table priced is the table does not really match the chairs, and the chairs are sets that do not match. So I'm going to price the chairs per set, 2, 2, and 2. So there's 3 different sets. And this is actually a really good table. They had a tablecloth over it, and I didn't even know that's what it was. But it's one of the old school, like school tables, you know. Very sturdy. You know, you couldn't cut into the top of that for mica if you tried. I am able to sell the chandelier, and if you've never seen one of these, it's the acrylic little pieces on it. And actually, if you're not familiar, you can buy all sorts of different colors, shapes, prism lengths. I mean, all sorts of things. You can buy tons of these in different sizes. They're really cool chandeliers, if you've never had one. I've had a couple over the years. Not me personally, but I've sold a couple. We've got a large china cabinet. We have another little TV stand over here with a couple sets of plated and non-plated stainless steel silverware. We've got a grandfather clock. And let's see. Well, I don't think it's a grandfather. It is weighted. So I'll have to wind that thing up so it's going when you come in. All right, and we're just going to keep going around the area. Got a little breakfast nook. Looks like someone upscaled an old TV unit, painted it gray. Hey, you know, looks nice, matches the room. All right, go around in here. And don't forget, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them right here, wherever you're watching this video. And that's probably the best way to get it answered. And I want to say there are 2 refrigerators we can sell. I know where one is. I think this is the other one because I think they changed their mind. It does say keep, but I want to say this Whirlpool right here is able to be sold. And it does not look all that old. So if you're into a stainless steel refrigerator, check it out. And we have to have more space. We're out of tables again. We've been setting up the big estate sale for the baseball cards, collectibles, and all that. That's going to be over off of Fortner next month. So yeah. Oh wait, what did I pass by? I did. I thought so. There's a few primary color Pyrex bowls. All right, let's keep going around. Just everyday dishes, nothing special. If you're on a budget or newly married, whatever, it's a good way to start off without going broke. All right, let's keep going. Nice little side chair. And I like these 2 little matching chairs. And I love the gold. I love this. It's got the little flake in it. It's got the little metal legs. And it, you know, the kind of end tables kind of match it, kind of don't, but they could. Like the lamp. There we go. All right. Let's keep going around. Have you guys missed us? I hope you have. All right, I got everything laid out right here. And due to restrictions, this is all we're going to do. We're not going to talk about it. Because last time we talked about it, we had to take a 3-month vacation from the social media police. So we're not going to go that route. All right. We've got the little metal glider settee. We've got the glass top with the metal outskirting table and the chairs that match the settee but not the table. We will price them accordingly where you don't have to buy them together. Got a nice little outdoor bar. Let's keep going around. I call this the party porch. It's just set up to have a good time out here. You know what I'm saying? And here's the other one. It's not a refrigerator. It is a freezer. So, freezer. Big freezer. And working. We left it the way it was. All right. And before we go outside, we'll go back in here and we will go view upstairs. Let's keep going. Bathroom with bathroom items. We're going to have to move this little guy out of the hallway. he will be in the way, so this will not be here when we get here. We got 2 twin beds, matching bed frames, headboard, footboard, couple appliances, sewing machine still in the box. What is that? A Brother lightweight free arm sewing machine. Sewing items. Let's see. Let's go. Ooh, I like these. I know someone that's probably going to want these. I sure do. And I know you're probably watching. You want to put them side by side? There you go. All right. Let's keep going. I like this. What is a little portable shelf clothing stand? Yep. A couple little things hiding back there. Let's keep going. All right. And for the most part, I think we mostly have men's clothing. I think there may be some women's clothing, but not much. Chest of drawers. Drawer open. Little rolling desk. Men's dress shirts. Very nice size. Let's see what sizes we've got. I think I noticed mostly extra large. See, so like that's a 16.5-inch neck. 16, large. Everything I looked at was large to extra large, and I think mostly extra large. So kind of give you an idea of where the men's clothing is. All right, here's the other 2 items. There are 2 of the sets, benches here. They're not for sale. I don't have anywhere to put them. And our client lives too far away. It's not, couldn't get them out in time. I think we'll have them out in time for the sale, but not out in time for the video. So there we go. Let's go around, and I think we have a queen size bed here. And I like the button headboard with the fabric. Looks pretty good. And a matching, not matching, but does it have the hidden drawer? I always like the hidden drawer. All right, let's keep going around. A little cabinet piece. All right, we got a king bed in here. We've got a big old wardrobe, and see, here's the other lounger that's not for sale. And what do we have here? A big wall unit. Nope, they've got this one for clothing storage. They didn't punch out the back, which is good. Got a matching side table. All right. Clothing, towels. Let's see here. Lamp, bathroom. There's cleaners, all that kind of stuff. There's 2 original oil paintings. I kind of like them. Let's see. I think there's 2. No, there's 3 in this bedroom. 1, 2, 3, and they're all done by the same artist. Hadn't really looked at the back of them, but pretty cool. Looks like a European street scene. All right. All right, I will meet you outside. All right, so starting outside, we got some items on the back porch. I know how you guys like this. Let's see. We're not going to sell the rocks or anything around this area that you see right there, but we got lots of other stuff sitting around. Here is the table that matches those glider chairs that you saw inside, and I bet you these are the chairs that match the glass top with the metal surround table. So figured that out. All right, let's go around here. We've got the 2-seater swing on an independent stand. That's cool. Oh, what's that back there? It looks like I think that's old dryer. I don't know what you would call it. Your dryer bin. Yeah, that's what that is for a commercial dryer. Those are great for if you never planted tomatoes that way. It's a good way to plant tomatoes. But just an idea. All right, let's keep going. I'm just kind of show the fire pit cannot go anywhere. I'm going to show you why. It is cemented in. We got a little disc back there, the pull behind that you put the bricks and weights on. Firewood. We got some metal horses, a propane tank. All right. And so, see, that's where we'll be set up, right over this area. So you'll go through the house. And I wanted to kind of keep it where no one's coming downstairs to get out. You have to go upstairs. So there's less going down, more going up. So where we started, you'll come through the house, you'll come out the porch, and we'll be out here. We'll probably open this door during the estate sale. So we'll have 2 ways to get out, one from the bottom, one from the top area. The boat will not be for sale. It hasn't been advertised, hasn't been pictured till today. So not for sale. Wheelbarrow. Here's our Craftsman lawnmower. Let's see. It has 121.9 hours on it. I've got to get a new battery. I charged that one, got here today. It did not take a charge. And as you can see, I kept it covered up. So, but it did not keep a charge. So I've got to buy a new battery before you guys get here. We have our first building. And, you know, it's just a little bit of mix of everything out here. Inside, cooking, decor, carpet remnants, little rugs. You know, just needful things that everybody uses. That's what I like about these. A lot of needful things, you know. Not everyone needs, you know, 100, 200-year-old piece of furniture, but everybody needs little things. All right. Get a good look in there. All right. Let's go over here. Couple little items. Got a nice Craftsman push mower. Which one is that? The M230 with the 163 cc. Let's see what motor they got on here. And it's got the Briggs, not the Kohler, so that's good. Be better if I had the Kawasaki or Honda, but yeah. All right, let's look out here. We got some vintage toys. We got yard tools. We got the Harbor Freight hand trucks with the super big wheels. We got us a little bitty 1,000-watt, 2.4 horsepower, 4-stroke generator. There you go. You just need to power something little. There you go. All right. Get a good look in there. There's, ooh, I like that. Are we missing a drawer? That's a bummer. One drawer short. I'm going to try extra hard and try to find that drawer. All right. Let's go check out here. Whoa. All right, so I got the tables in here. We're having an issue with tables. I thought we had plenty of tables, but we've had a few dead soldiers over the year, and so we've lost about 8, but we still have about 50 tables. It's just that the other cell is taking up so many of them. Lots of fishing poles, guys and girls. And you'll see tools, lots of tools, lots of tools. You gotta dig in here. It is organized, but you gotta dig. So you see all the fishing stuff, all this will be here. If you got the 410A needs, we got that with some gauges. All right. Let's keep going around. We got a saw, we got a blower. This thing works great. This Cobalt brushless chainsaw, if you've never had one of these, you'd be surprised how long the battery lasts on that thing. They're actually pretty good. You actually run, you can make the battery last forever as long as you keep the chain sharpened. When the chain gets dull, that's when the battery wears out like crazy. All right, we got paint remnants. We can't throw them out, so they're here. Let's see, looks like a, what is that? Looks like a M1965 maybe, or a, oh, it's an OG 107 for my military folks. DLA, does it say 81? That can't be right. Is that an 81? It can't be an 81 model. I thought they were already over to camo by then. Oh, we got a turntable up top. I can't remember the status of that, but we will check it out. We got blinds, lots of these blinds right here. You know, didn't know if anyone would want them, but they're here. A lot of this stuff will be pulled out. You see how it's kind of jammed in here? We will pull out all of this and have it on a table outside so it won't be so crowded in this room. Let's see what we got in here. I can't remember. We set this one up a couple weeks ago. Well, I can't get in there, but something's in there. Lots of mop heads, too. So if you need some heads, give me a call. Mop heads. All right. Don't give me a call.